past 2 weeks, I lost my sense of purpose. I was feeling very lost, very confused. I started questioning all my decisions, all my choices, and what am I doing here? And I was ruminating on the past and thinking that, I should have done differently this or that. I should have done something sooner. I should have waited, and I even started to think that I wasted my time. And the worst part was that I started to think that my returning home after 12 years of living abroad, that was maybe a mistake. And something happened that helped me get out of this loop of negative thinking and almost bullying myself and neglecting my soul's purpose. So this realization that I managed to make with the help from messengers really put me in a different place. So that's why I want to record this video today, hoping that maybe it will help you on your journey if you are on this spiritual awakening journey and maybe you feel a little bit lost and you don't think that there is any purpose in whatever you're doing and you want to kind of maybe go back to your old ways. And I invite you to stick with me and hear me out, because I feel this might help you as it helped me. I moved my microphone, so I hope the sound is much better now. So my name is Magda, and this channel is called Simply Inspired Soul, simply because I talk all about finding the truth and connecting with your soul's purpose and living the life on your own terms and just being yourself, finding your own truth. And while I will be chatting with you, I will also try to make a flower girland, hair girland. I collected those flowers this morning during my walk. I'm doing this for the first time, so we'll see how it goes. You will just watch me learning. So as I was mentioning at the beginning, I felt a bit lost recently, and I almost felt that everything that I went through just lost its purpose, and I was feeling down, and I didn't know how to pull myself up. But I desperately wanted to receive some guidance. So I do some sort of spiritual practice, like I do tarot reading, tarot reading from time to time, and this helps me to feel connected with my guides, spiritual guides. But even then, it wasn't massively helpful recently in my state of feeling just a bit lost and a little bit in this fog of being in between phases, yeah. So at some point I had a really I was crying most of the time, and I desperately wanted some sign, and desperately wanted some message from my guidance that I'm on the right path, or at least like what do I do, basically, because I felt very disconnected from my purpose. And as I was deep in this crying, I was talking about that I miss my dad, that I feel lonely, and in general, what am I going to do? And once I calmed down, I picked up my phone, and what I usually do, I just go to do some scrolling I don't know, I just wanted to distract myself a little bit, and something just pulled me to check my LinkedIn. And on my LinkedIn, like 2 weeks ago, I shared a post where I was saying that it's been 4 months since I made this decision to go back to my home country after 12 years of living abroad. But there was a new comment from someone, and she said that 12 years is a Jupiter cycle, and that Jupiter is connected with religion, spirituality, but also is connected to being a teacher or a guide. And I found it interesting, not the Jupiter per se, but I found it interesting in terms of numerology. And maybe I was thinking there is some symbol in the fact that I came back home after 12 years. And what was revealed was that 12 years is one full cycle of a sign in Chinese horoscope. So when I was leaving my country in 2013, it was a beginning of the year that was a snake year in a water symbol. And when I came back home in 2025, it was the beginning of a snake, but in a wood sign. And I really found it fascinating. So I thought I will dig a little bit deeper. And so basically, snake in general is a symbol of transformation, shedding the old, and shedding the skin, the old skin. But suddenly I got this epiphany, thinking, oh my God, my previous partner, the last partner I had before I decided to move back to my country, he had a snake, and that snake died pretty much few weeks before I felt this deep calling that I need to go home. And also, the snake died less than 2 weeks after my dad passed away. So it's almost felt that there is some sort of like symbolic deaths. That first my dad passed away, then the snake passed away. It felt like it's my old identities, and then eventually something just clicked inside me that I need to go back home. It felt that I made a full circle. And I remember when I was making this decision to go back home, that I felt that whatever I was meant to discover during my departure, during my time in the UK, I felt that it's completed. It felt so strongly that it's just basically completed, and now it's my time to just go home. And I knew that my coming back home, it wasn't like a escapism. It was more than that. I felt like a strong pull that there is some sort of purpose for me to go back home. And funny enough, because at the beginning I thought I will move to the different city than the one that I am from. But that didn't work out. I mean, when I went to that city to look for flats, pretty much immediately I felt this is not it. So I changed my plans, and I thought, okay, I will actually go back and go back to my hometown. And to be honest, I found a new flat pretty much straight away. And the flat that I found, when I entered that flat, I felt like home immediately. I felt, yeah, this is the one. So everything after that just started to work quite smoothly. So I don't want to go too much into details now about my moving, because this video is more about the fact that everything happens for a reason and everything has its divine timing. For some time I was actually worrying that maybe I made the wrong decision and maybe I should have done it sooner. But this realization that I made this full circle, or like a soul journey, made me realize that it was meant to be like that. I am here for a reason. I came back home for a reason. I came back home because I made all the transformation that was meant to do, and now the only thing that is left for me is to completely shed this old identity of myself, say goodbye to it, and step into this new transformed me, my real me, my true me. And I think the snake, the symbol of the snake, and the fact that I left and came back in the year of the snake, and then the snake dying after my dad passed away, it was all like a closing circle to whole my journey, and it was just mind-blowing. And of course, you know, everyone has different story, everyone has different purpose, but I hope to inspire you to see that basically, if you are in a place that maybe you are feeling a little bit lost and confused, and maybe you start doubting your own purpose, I want you to try to maybe also look for some symbols on your journey. If you can, maybe you could look into your astrology, numerology, whatever actually helps for you. But I trust that if you are this soul-led individual and you believe in the spirituality, this word of energy and the universe or God or whatever you believe, then basically it should help you to see that there is a pattern, and then there is a reason why everything happens in this divine timing, that nothing is lost. And I feel that what I was missing when I was feeling really down, it was this trust that everything was happening for a reason, and everything was happening for me, and my purpose is here, and it's very strong. And all I need to do is just trust in this divine timing, and just really follow my soul's calling. Fun enough, in those moments when I am really confused and I don't know what to do, I have always this very strong whisper inside me that I need to write, just write, like almost like writing is the way of my soul is expressing itself. After this realization that I made this full circle of like a karmic loop, I feel so much calmer, I feel so much at peace, and I feel so connected to my soul. I feel almost like a different person. However, one last thing I really want to do, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this little girland, is that I want to do like a ceremony of really shedding this old identity and really open myself for this, my true self. I will be doing this little ceremony of like a rebirth ceremony. I will try to record as much as I can and then share my experiences with you. But meanwhile, I hope that sharing my in a very short way my soul's journey and this realization that, you know, all of those things that happens are happening for a reason, and everything has its divine timing, that nothing is too late or too soon. Everything happens as it is meant to happen, and all we need to do is just trust that it's all there written for us, and we just need to listen to our intuition, our calling. And if you feel some strong pulling into certain decision, I invite you to follow this calling, because it's not coincidence that you feel this strong pull into something. There's much more I would like to add, but I don't want to make this video too long. I'm gonna finish my my girland, and I will show you at the end of this video. It's hard for me to talk and make something, so let me show you when I finish this. Okay, so my girland is done. I think I could make it a little bit bigger, but that was my first time doing it, so I think it's not too bad. So if you are interested to hear more of my stories about my journey, my discoverings, my karmic lessons, then subscribe to my channel. All the other links are also in the description of this video. Meanwhile, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.